All right, guys. Hey. So I want to show you something else that we're doing that I definitely want you to know. Now, this is a whole number with a fraction or a mixed number. So you know your whole numbers. You have 2. That could be a whole number. Your fraction could be something like 1/8. Your mixed number is when you're going to mix your fraction with your whole number. So you could have 2 and 1/8. All right. So we're going to teach you how to add and subtract using whole number with either a fraction or a mixed number. And you may ask yourself, hey, why is this important? And I'm going to tell you right now, it is very important to definitely know how to do these things. Think about what jobs, what careers out there that require you to be able to do stuff like this. The first one that comes to my head is construction. When you build a house, these men, they're going to use their tape measures. And these tape measures are loaded with fractions and mixed numbers, as well as whole numbers. Okay? So that is definitely one very important reason. Now, of course, you may say, well, I'm not going into construction. But you know what? That's okay. Maybe you want to build a bookshelf. You're still going to have to use numbers to help you with that. Because if you were even maybe 2 millimeters off or 1 centimeter off, then your boards are not going to fit properly. So, yeah, it's very important to know how to do this stuff. All right, let's practice with one. So, what if I have the numbers 7 minus 2/8? 7 minus 2/8. I probably should have wrote that bigger. My apologies. 7 minus 2/8. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to do my 4 square. So now the first thing is you may think to yourself, well, hey, this one doesn't have a denominator in order for me to find my LCM. And I'll say, okay, so what we need to do here is we need to find our whole fraction. And that is a number that that's a word that I use. I don't know, I'm sure other people use it too, but I just made it up a very long time ago and I just kind of roll with it. So whole fraction could be, 3/3, 4/4, 7/7. These right here all are going to equal 1. Okay? So now what I need to do is I am going to do something really cool that you're actually used to doing. I'm going to borrow. I'm going to borrow 1 from the 7. Okay? Now, if I borrow from the 7, that is going to become a 6. Well, now I have something out there that I need to do something with. And I'm not going to put it with my 2/8. So this is what I'm going to do. If I have 7 minus 2/8. I'm going to write that down here in my 4 square. Well, I know I need to borrow. I'm going to make that a 6. Now, remember, I have the number 1 floating out here, kind of like Mike TV floated from the base to the TV in Willy Wonka. I got the number 1 floating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick me a whole fraction. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that that whole fraction matches my denominator in my second fraction, because that's going to make it easier. So since this denominator is 8, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do 8 eighths. All right. So if I have 6 and 8 eighths minus 2 eighths, now I can work with something here. So if you want to rewrite it, that's cool. 6 and 8 eighths minus 2 eighths. 8 minus 2 is 6. Bring down my 8. 6 minus 0, because there's no whole number down here. So I'm going to bring down my 6. Nice. Now I'm going to carry that up, because remember, this box is my simplest form. What number can go into both 6 and 8? I'm going to go with 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Bring my 6 over. So guys, that's my answer, 6 3/4. Neato, huh? Let's do another one. I'm going to change it up on you a little bit. So now if I have 5 plus 2 and 3/5. Okay, we can do that for sure. I'm going to rewrite it. 5 plus 2 and 3/5. Now I need to borrow from my 5 because I need a fraction right here. I can't do that from nothing. So I'm going to do 5. I'm going to borrow. That's going to become my 4. Now 4, I got my 1 out here floating. So I'm going to choose 5/5 because that's my whole fraction. All right, now I have like denominators. Now I can add. 5 plus 3 is 8. Bring down my 5. 4 plus 2 is 6. You notice anything strange? Check this out. The 8 is bigger than the 5. That's known as an improper fraction. An improper fraction is when the numerator is bigger than the denominator. And we need to figure that out. So I'll teach you how to do that. If I have 6 and 8/5, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this 8/5. Now I'm going to say to myself, all right, how many times can 5 go into 8? And I'm going to say, all right, 1 time. Now, if I took 5 out of 8, then how much do I have left over? And your trick is you can just do 8 minus 5. But if I have 8 and I took out 5, then what do I have left over? I have 3. Because I took a whole, I took one group of 5 out. One group of 5, and I have 3 left over. Keep my denominator. So in order for me to turn 8/5 into a mixed number, I'm going to divide. How many times can 5 go into 8? Clear. 1 time. I can take one group of 5 easy out of 8. There's my 1. Now I left 3 hanging. That's going to be my numerator. And then, of course, I'm going to keep my denominator. But here's the catch. Don't forget about your other whole number 6. So now 6 plus 1, 7, and 3/5. That is my answer. 7 and 3/5. Now, I also wanted to point out this. When you do add, we could have easily done this. Let me bring this over here. So I had 5 plus 2 and 3/5. And since you can add 3/5 to nothing, you could have just brought that down. 5 plus 2 is 7. And that's the same thing. But I just wanted to go through the process with you so you can see something that, was different in proper fractions. All right, let's try another one. All right, so what if I have 4 minus 2 and let's do 1/4. All right, 4 minus, you can't even see it. 4 minus 2 and 1/4. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite it. 4 minus 2 and 1/4. My straight lines really do need to get better, especially if there's a blue line right there that I could trace from. All right, well, you know what? I can't subtract 1/4 from nothing. I need to find something to put in this box. That's my other magic box. I'm going to borrow from my 4, make that a 3. I'm going to look at this denominator, and I'm just going to match that number 4/4, because 4 out of 4 equals 1. If I have 4 circles, and then I color in each one, well, I've colored in 4 out of the total 4. That's going to equal 1 whole. So that's how I can do this. That's how I can borrow 1 from the 4, make it a 3, and then translate that over here into my whole fraction. And my whole fraction is going to go in my special box. Now I can subtract. 4 minus 1 is 3. Bring down my 4. 3 minus 2 is 1. Can I reduce that in any way? Are they prime or composite numbers? This one's prime. This one's composite. But nothing I know can go into both 3 and 4 except 1. And when 1 is your answer of what can go into both, you're done. This is my answer. Let's try one more. So if I have 9 minus 2 and 4, 6. I know I need something in my special box. I'm going to borrow. That's going to become an 8. I'm going to check out my denominator, and I'm going to bring that up here. So I got 6, 6. Now I can subtract because I borrowed, and I made a whole fraction. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring down my 6. 8 minus 2 is 6. All right. Now I need to look at this. Can I simplify it? Can something go into both 2 and 6? Sure it can. 2 can. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Bring over my 6. My answer, 6 and 1/3. Pretty neat, huh? Let's do one more. See how quick these can be? Like once you get the hang of it, once you get the hang of the routine. All right, let's do this. Let's do 10 minus 5 and 8/9. All right, what am I going to do? Well, borrow. Make that a 9. What do I do now? Look at my denominator. I'm going to do 9/9. Now I can subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. Bring down my 9. 9 minus 5 is 4. My answer, 4 and 1/9. And there you have it, guys. Whole numbers minus mixed numbers and fractions, or adding to. All right, y'all take care now.